Mittal, and I'm the founder of Gateway Brewing Company. This is the current position I hold, and this business is very near and dear to my heart. Gateway Brewing Company essentially is a producer of craft beers. These are beers that are available, in various countries, but weren't available in India until 2012, 2014, when people like me and other entrepreneurs started making these beers in India. So that's my current position. In the past, I have been the director as well as the founder of People Interactive, which is a company that owns and operates Shadi.com. And I was the business head for the dating website called Fropper.com. So, over the years, I have been involved in many businesses, but today I want to focus on, the online space, which is Shadi.com and Fropper.com, and obviously, Gateway Brewing Company, which I've been, active with over the last 8 or 9 years. Now, I believe that, we're going to talk about marketing, we're going to talk about consumers, and I think the best way to kind of discuss these things would be to take a look at certain questions, and then, I will speak from my experience. I do hope that everybody has, gone through the course material which had been shared, to me. And I hope, that has given you some ideas about how to identify your customers and how to understand your segments and so on and so forth, right? So without, much ado, I think I will jump into the first question. Actually, the first two questions. Who were your first choice of target customer segment, and why did you first start with them? So once again, we're talking about who were the first choice of my target customer segment, and why did I choose to start with them? So if you take a look at, let's kind of discuss Fropper.com first. Now, Fropper is basically short for friend hopper. So it was a website which was conceived as a dating website, and it was previously called Desi Cupid. The idea was to kind of let people come and find, their soulmates, if you want to call them that, or just friends, and then which could culminate into something serious, right? But we soon kind of moved away from the nomenclature Desi Cupid and started calling it Fropper.com. Now, the first choice of target customers for us was essentially somebody who was, educated, had his first job, understood English, had access to the internet. And, the reason we did all of this, and also we made this a paid website. So, people could come to Fropper.com and they could kind of register, and they could look at certain profiles, they could put up their profiles as well. But if they had to contact somebody else, they would have to kind of pay X amount of money to interact. The reason we did all of this, the reason we kind of chose this customer segment is because in the dating space, there's a lot of sleaze on the internet. I'm sure you guys are all aware that pornography is a very big industry, right? And internet is driven, to a large extent because of pornography. And we wanted to kind of stay clear of all those aspects. We did not want to become a chat site. We did not want to become a site where people came, for reasons other than interaction, and we wanted to make sure that people had a good time while, on Fropper.com. So we built in various tools like forums and discussion boards and blogs as well. So the whole idea was the customer we wanted to go after was somebody who we felt understood what we were offering, a platform for them to meet and interact with other people. And if, a friendship was struck, perhaps things would develop, further, and, they would probably get married or, date for a while. Not go out and do any surveys. The good thing was we had Shadi.com, as a platform which was already functional and running. And Shadi.com is a serious platform, and people, the intent is very clear that they come there to find, somebody who they want to get married to. And all the profiles are screened on Shadi.com to make sure only the right intent, people with the right intent are allowed. We realized that there were a lot of people who came there looking for friendship, came there looking for a date. And that kind of prompted us and, gave us an idea that, hey, Shadi.com is a serious platform, but the world is changing. Everybody is connected through the internet nowadays, and we are westernized to a large extent as well. Our cultural values, have become moderate. So why not, create something that will give youngsters a chance to interact and perhaps date as well. First choice of customers, let me talk about Shadi.com. Again, Shadi was a platform which was way ahead of its time. It was all internet enabled. And what was happening was people in the United States and the United Kingdom, especially the Indian diaspora, right, had access to technology, had disposable income. They were away from home, so they were cut off culturally, from meeting people who they could potentially get married to. So our focus in the beginning was essentially NRIs, and the reason was very clear. Like I said, they had disposable income as well as connectivity and the need. People in India, still had the traditional ways of getting married, right? So you had your matchmakers coming home, you had your uncles, you had your aunts, because our community, our cultural values, and our family systems have kept us all together. So the first choice of customers for Shadi was essentially NRIs.